to your competition. We'll be talking about that. If this is your first time watching, my name is William. I have over 20 years of SEO experience, and I also run an agency here in the Philippines called Wolfforge Digital. I used to be the owner of Rank Fortress till we shut that down, but we have a new agency called Wolfforge Digital in which we do SEO, web design, virtual assistant services, etc. We help businesses like yourself scale and grow and dominate their niche and dominate Google. If this is your first time watching, please like and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and share this live to some groups, so just get your questions ready. I'm going to be sharing this real quick. If you could do me a favor, give me a like, give me a comment, and share it to the groups that you are in as well. Let's see here. Let's get this going. You can ask me anything. It don't have to just necessarily be about SEO. Let's see here. But yeah, we're going to be talking about SEO foundations. Just sharing it to some groups real quick. And then we will be ready to go. All right. And we're going to do this with a random website unless someone comments and gives me a website. I'm looking to do an SEO audit on anybody's website. You can comment and I will do it live. Good morning, ma'am Lisa. Tell Sir Henry I say good morning. Still waiting on him to give me a ring. So SEO foundation. We saw some is SEO foundation. The main thing is why most websites never rank. I can look at 99% of all websites every time I look at them, and then there's 4 common things I could tell you that is not causing you not to rank. It is not about your backlinks. It is not about your content most of the time. You know, Google doesn't even understand who you are, where you are, what you do most of the time. And we're going to be covering the biggest foundations that most businesses make when it comes to SEO. It's always the same thing. I could take anybody's website and show you the same thing. And that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go to Google. We're going to just pull some random website, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is. What's an SEO foundation? Number one, an SEO foundation consists of 7 different factors, right? 7 factors. And take note of these. Technical foundation. Your technical foundation is number 1. Number 2 is, how is your website structured? How is your website structured? Number 3 is your keyword strategy, especially in the age of AI. Things like large language models and ChatGPT. What's your content architecture look like? Do you have internal linking? Local and entity signals, what are they and why they matter? And the last and not least one is authority. How do you gain it? Why does it matter? There are only 5 core pillars when it comes to SEO. You could tell me it's backlinking and all that other crap, and the reality is it's not. It consists of 5 factors and 5 only. There are 5 pillars. It's not engagement signals. It's not CTR manipulation. I don't care what course is out there teaching you. Yes, you can manipulate. Yes, you can gain the signal, and Google is eventually going to smack you silly when you do so. All right? Stop chasing shiny objects out there. Number 1, technical SEO. Can Google crawl and index you? Can Google crawl and index you? You don't know how many times I look in the back end of someone's Google Search Console, if they even have it set up, and you have pages, hundreds of them, and they're not even indexed. Or Google cannot even crawl them. Number 2, if I say keyword strategy, are you simply targeting the keywords with the highest search volume, or are you targeting the keywords that get the most traffic? What we like to call them, they're called bottom of the funnel. Bottom of the funnel. You have top of the funnel, and then you have bottom of the funnel. What's the difference? We'll be going over it, but the main difference is top of the funnel is it's loads of traffic, but honestly, the people searching there are not even looking for a solution. They're still in the information stage. They're still doing research. They're not actually ready to buy. And if they're not ready to buy, then it's not going to convert. And if it's not going to convert, guess what's going to happen? It's not going to lead to paying clients, which means it's not going to lead to money in the bank, which is what we're after. We're after money in the bank. We're not just after some pretty, graphs that say, hey, you got this much traffic. So did it actually convert? There is a guy out there that teaches what I'm talking about, which is bottom of the funnel. Bottom of the funnel being compact keyword SEO. Meaning, for example, are you based on a service and plus location? Are you solving problems? Are you talking about cheap and affordable? Are you talking about same day service? Specific keywords, we'll go over that as well. The third pillar is your on-page SEO. Does each page clearly communicate its purpose? Every single page should have its own purpose. Good morning, Lynn. I know everybody at the office is probably sleeping, but good morning. Appreciate your support as always, Lynn. Lynn's my right hand there at the office, one of the admins there. So content structures, number 4. Content structure. Does your website cover the topic deep? I know a lot of times it's like topical authority is what everybody talks about, topical authority. Or to put it simply, do you cover the topic in deep detail? If not, Google's not going to understand you in your niche and why they should rank you. Which leads me to the 5th pillar, which is authority. Why should Google trust you, and why are you relevant to your niche in your city? All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. You know, we can pull up any site to do this, and if anyone comments, I will do it live. Just comment with your website. So number one, when I say technical SEO, the first pillar, crawlability. Crawlability means, is your website easily able to be crawled by Google spiders? Meaning, is it difficult? Is it complex? Is the code huge? Is the code too complex? Is it clean or not? Because I could look at sites and the back end of the site and it looks like shit. It looks not clean. It's not stacked properly. Right? Number two is all of your pages indexed. Index being, let's say I create hundreds of pages, which we had an issue about this yesterday, and I told the guy, I said, hey, yeah, they're not orphan pages. All of the pages are properly hyperlinked because we built it, I know. And I looked at it. But number two, you got to have Google Search Console so we can resubmit a sitemap. So whenever we create pages, we then re-index them and resubmit a sitemap. Why is that important? Because if you create a bunch of pages and you do not resubmit it via sitemap, Google may or may not re-index them or crawl them. Number three is going to be site speed. How fast is your website? Do I go to your website and it takes beyond, in my opinion, beyond 30 seconds or less, or even 3 seconds to load? You know, what's going to happen, you have people, for example, that say, well, page speed doesn't affect SEO. All right, let's say they're right. Use your brain and think about it this way. When you go to a website and it doesn't load fast, what do? You leave it. When you leave it, this is what happens. Google registers that as bounce rate. Bounce rate basically tells Google, these people went to the site and they left it, telling Google it's not trusted, it doesn't cover their needs, and it doesn't cover their city, doesn't locality, etc. Multiple things. Higher bounce rate, lower trust, lower rankings. So it is a ranking factor no matter what any SEO guru wants to tell you. Anybody selling a damn course tells you otherwise, run the other way. Another one, which has to do with site speed, and it usually does, is mobile experience. Same thing. People will tell you mobile experience doesn't have to do with rankings. Yet, over 80-something% of all searches come from this little device called a phone. A cell phone specifically. So if your website's not mobile, guess what's going to happen? People are going to leave it. If they leave it, once again, a higher bounce rate. Lower trust, lower rankings. Do you have what we call HTTPS? HTTPS is a secure website. You don't know how many times I've gone to a site, they don't even have HTTPS set up. Okay? If I go to your website, do I see this little thing up here at the very top? Just for example, so you know what I mean when I say HTTPS. You see this right here where it says HTTPS. You can go, let's go Google, let's just go roofer, just for example, and see if we find any Orlando. So you see all these sites, HTTPS, HTTPS, HTTPS. All of them generally have HTTPS if they're ranking. Let's go down here to someone that's not ranking. Sometimes they have HTTPS and other times they do not. But you need to have your site secure. If it is not secure, guess what? Google won't trust you once again. Hey, brother John, how you doing? Appreciate you, man. Let me know if I can help you out, or you have a website you want me to audit, brother, while I'm here. An XML sitemap. What is a sitemap? A sitemap says, hey, Google, here are all of the pages and all of the things I want you to index, whether that is an image sitemap, a video sitemap, an author sitemap, a page sitemap, a post sitemap. There are different sitemaps. Sitemap being, hey, Google, here's the pages to index or the things I want you to index, whether that is images, videos, pages, or blog posts, or authors. Another one, when it comes to technical SEO, is your robot text file. Your robot text file is set up to say, hey, Google, index the entire site or don't index certain specific things. You can also set up the same type of file to say, hey, AI, index these things. All right. Also, broken links. What are broken links? So you don't ever want broken links. When I have a website and I go to it and I say, for example, a lot of times, just for example, in the footer, there will be a broken backlink. You don't ever want a broken backlink because then it appears across hundreds and hundreds of pages. I will do that for you, John. I appreciate it. Long as they ain't an adult site, I'll put it that way. But yeah, I'll do it for you. Canicles is another one. What are canicles? Canicles are canonical tags, which are simply HTML or code snippets used in a website search optimization or SEO to tell search engines which URL is the main one, which is the preferred when a site has duplicate or similar pages. If you have pages that are similar, you need to have canonical tags to say, hey, don't use this page, use this page. But you should not really have that many of them because you shouldn't be having duplicate content, in my humble opinion. Last but not least, which also brings us canonicals, is duplicate pages. You don't want them ever. Google will see some things when people set up city pages because they set them up wrong. They see them as doorway pages, which is straight up black hat, mass page builder. And then most of the pages don't get indexed and people wonder why, because they're giving low quality content to Google and Google does not like it. All right, so that's technical SEO. Those are the things we need to cover in technical. Would be crawlability, indexing, site speed, mobile experience, HTTPS, XML file, robot text, canonicals, broken links, and duplicate pages. The key that you need to look at is if Google cannot properly crawl your website, why would you even expect to rank? Why do you expect to rank if even Google cannot properly crawl your website? The second thing we need to look at is your keyword strategy. I will get to your website once I'm done with all this, John. But to answer your question, does AI only have 2 megabyte limit before it bounces? That's not how I rank in AI, so I'll cover it. So keyword strategy, stop chasing random keywords. Don't even chase traffic. Traffic is not what matters. And I used to say it's a huge ranking factor. Bullshit. It's not. It is if you want to manipulate. It is if you want to game the system. But if you want to build a brand and last and rank forever, it is not. The things that matter when it comes to keyword strategy is the search intent. What's the search intent? Are they looking to purchase? Are they looking to buy? Are they just in research, commercial, informational words? They're just looking. We don't want top of the funnel most of the time. Top of the funnel is, hey, I'm just looking. I just want to know what weight loss is about. What's roofing about? Versus affordable roofer in Orlando. Gets less searches, but the people that are searching for it are looking to buy, which means money in the bank. So commercial versus informational keywords. Commercial versus informational keywords. You need to know the difference. What is the difference? Informational keywords target users seeking knowledge or answers to specific problems. Commercial keywords focus on people researching a brand or branded keywords. The core difference, the goal between an informational and a commercial is an informational, they're just learning, they're wanting to solve a problem. A commercial is, they're aiming to weigh options and evaluate different brands. So when we're talking about keyword research, we need to keep in mind a buyer's journey. Informational terms sit at the top of the funnel, let's say roofing. Commercial terms are in the middle of the funnel. There's a difference between traffic and conversion. Informational keywords get higher search volume, but commercial keywords, and we'll go over it, get more leads and closer to sales. And informational will guide you on its how-to, blog posts, commercial needs, comparison, affordability, same day. You get my point. You need to go over location-based keywords. Let's say junk removal in Orlando, junk removal service in Orlando. There are also something we call primary versus secondary keywords. What's the difference between, if you don't know this, you need to know it, is the difference between primary versus secondary. A primary keyword is the main search term a single web page targets. Secondary are the supporting related phrases or synonyms, okay? Primary keywords focus on the core, the single main topic of the page. It's usually you're going to use an H1, not an H2. Secondary keywords are supporting, such as acronyms or subtopics. They're going to use H2s, H3s, and you use them in the body and in the FAQs. The search volume often is going to be lower, but it's highly specific, meaning it's money in the bank. Any questions so far? So you want in JavaScript you can't read. We'll go over that, John. Keyword mapping, you want to go over that as well. Avoid keyword cannibalization. Matching keywords to the correct page. You don't want a page that's about metal roofing to be called commercial roofing. All right, the next pillar that you want to think about is this. It's the third pillar. Keyword strategy, we've already went over, but the next one you want to go over is website architecture. Show how the fact is a properly website should be structured is homepage, services, sub-services, locations, and then supporting content. You'll know how many times I'll go to a website and we could do it. I'll do it with yours, John, to make sure. But for example, when I go to services, you don't know how many times I just have people that go, let's say roofing, and it has 20 or 30 pages here underneath roofing. They don't have it as roofing residential, roofing commercial, roofing repair, storm damage roofing, emergency roofing. They don't have no proper structure whatsoever. It makes it hard, number one, for Google, and it makes it hard, number two, for the user to even navigate your page in your website. Your internal linking needs to be set up correctly, and this helps you as well when you properly structure it to build topical authority, which is what you need to have. All right, the next pillar is on-page SEO. On-page SEO is going to be your title tags, your meta description, your H1, your H2s, your content being optimized. How should you optimize your content? Is it properly optimized for the AI to read it? you can look at any keyword. Let's just say, for example, and I'll show you this. Let's say junk removal Orlando. And I'll show you what I mean. If you want AI, this very simple hack. So let's say I wanted to rank for this right here. This is a bottom of the funnel, money producing keyword. Longer, less search volume, but people are going to be wanting it. At the top of your content, when we're going over on-page SEO, when I create a page, if the topic is about how much does it cost to remove junk in Orlando, you need to have a summary. This is what we call a summary. These would be then what's called an H2. Then these would be called what's H3s. H2, H3s, and then FAQs and user experience, using bold text, internal linking. If you want Google to put you in the AI overviews or to put you in AI mode. So when I optimize content, I'm going to do it the same way to get Google to properly index this in the AI mode and AI overviews. That's how I do on-page SEO. Right? The next one is when part of what we just talked about with on-page is content. Make sure to do more quality, not just more pages and more blogs. 100 weak pages will hurt you more than it will help you. You want what we call EEAT signals. Are you an authority? Are you covering the topic in depth? Or are you just putting crap up just for the sake of putting more additional pages? Now, the next, and not the least, it's not the last one, but the next one is local SEO. Do you have your Google My Business profile set up? You don't know how many times I've gone to a website, you got a GMB or Google Business profile, and you don't even have it linked anywhere on the website. Not in the footer, not on the contact page, nowhere. So Google needs to know who are you, what you do, i.e. the services, and where you're located at. One of the number one ranking factors when it comes to local SEO is proximity, i.e. who are you, where are you, what services do you offer? Do you have local landing pages? Do you have reviews locally? Do you have citations set up locally? Is your name, address, and phone number consistent on every citation? Don't spell out the word sweet and then other times not spell it out. Because if you do, then your citations aren't accurate and that will affect your rankings. You need to have local information on your website. If I go over to maps, just for example, and let's just type in Orlando, I'll show you this. What do you mean by sales, John? You need a sale? Sales, yes. Bottom of the funnel leads to sales, and that's what we want. So if I look at this map, Google tells you what local signals matter. What local relevance should I have on my website? Restaurants, hotels, things to do, museum, transit, pharmacy, ATMs. If you zoom in, you can even start popping up different locations, streets, etc. I put that information on a website. On a specific page are city pages, are advanced neighborhood pages. Okay? Don't build authority on a weak foundation. So weak foundation being, how do I even know where you're located at? How are you relevant to this area and this niche? The next one we will look at besides that, after local, is now authority and backlinks. We build authority using relevant backlinks, not just backlinks, but relevant backlinks in your niche, in your industry. 2, we build citations. A citation is simply your name, address, and phone number, your website, your business information. We also use digital press releases, brand mentions, link quality versus quantity. You can do is if you do 100 backlinks and they're all crap versus one good backlink with authority will outweigh the 100. So what's the main thing? The main thing, whenever you get with us, we have what's called the SEO Foundation Audit. If you ever want an in-depth SEO Foundation audit, comment below audit, and I will send you the link. What we do when we do this, we're going to diagnose, is your website crawlable? Is it indexable? What's your structure look like? Do you have a keyword structure? Do you got proper keyword mapping set up? What's your content look like? What's your authority look like? And is it converting? If it's not, we give you step-by-step on what to do. When I do an in-depth audit for your SEO foundation, once again, if you want that audit, just comment below and I will send you the link for it. I'm going to do not an in-depth one for you, John, but I'm going to do a breeze over for you. But the common mistakes is people buy random backlinks. These are the things they do. There are 8 things that most people do. Take a guess at what they are besides buying random backlinks. Anybody? What do you think most people do? What are the 8 things that most people do when it comes to SEO? Hey, Shaful. What's the 8 things that most people do when it comes to SEO that are mistakes? Number 1, they buy random backlinks. They just hear the term backlink and let me go to the legit Fiverr or some other place selling backlinks and just buy them randomly, not knowing nothing about them, not doing no proper research, anything. Then they think they're going to magically rank, and when they don't, they're surprised. Another thing they do is they publish AI content without any strategy. Will AI content rank? Yes, 1,000%. As long as it resolves the things that Google wants it resolved, such as solving their end users' experience. They'll target what is basically an impossible keyword. Let's say roofer, junk removal, industry, some weird freaking term that has, just choose any one of them. Yeah. And they, we'll mention that, John, but they built the backlinks. Besides building the backlinks, and they'll target, let's say the word Nike. They're selling shoes and I'm going after Nike. Instead of a brand, and instead of specific shoe type, size, etc. They create hundreds of location pages with zero value. Zero value. Literally serve no purpose. Yep, chasing shiny new objects, new courses. They ignore technical SEO. Well, I don't need technical SEO. I could just do CTR manipulation. I could go join this person's new course they're selling for $800 to $1,000 or whatever. Good morning, Merle. The fact is, you need to actually do technical SEO, on-page SEO, proper SEO. They have no internal linking strategy. They change URLs unnecessarily. They focus only on rankings instead of leads. Most of the guys that come to us, I just want to rank on Google. Literally, I can rank you, but is it going to lead to actual leads, actual clients is the most important thing. Keyword cannibalization. Bingo. That's another one. So how we work on things is we do the technical SEO. This is the way we do everything. Technical, keywords, structure, content, authority, local signals. If you do those things, that is proper, strong SEO. Once I've done that, it is easy to rank. It is easy to get clients and traffic once you do that. SEO is not just backlinks. It don't start with backlinks. SEO starts with the foundation. Once again, if you want me to look at your website and identify your biggest SEO problems, comment foundation below or audit, and I will do so. So, John, yours is the gnarly toy box. I'm going to hope this is not some adult shop. The gnarly. The gnarly sounds interesting. Toy box. It's a vintage store. That's cool. So we're going to do a gloss over type audit. This is not going to be an in-depth audit for you, John. If you want it, PM me and I'll do it. But so when I look at things, when I'm talking about simple things, right? Your technical SEO audit, everything like that. All right, let me get this real quick. All right, one of the tools I like to use, I'm going to show you this, is called Meta in One Click. Meta in One Click. You can't see it. It's a Chrome extension. But number one, when I come to any page, it gives me the summary of the title. I can look at the title. Do you got the city in it? Yes. Vintage toy store, which is in the city it's in. He's targeting vintage toys. He does not have, so in your description, you don't even have this word in the city. Your keywords are entirely missing. Here's your canonical. Your robot texts are not even defined. Your author is missing. Your publisher is missing. You have one, which is good. You have one H1. You don't know how many times I come to a website and it's got 2 or 3 H1s, etc. So number 2, we go down here. We can look at your headers. You don't see it all, but I'm looking at all these things. So headers. Your images, you have 48 images. 3 do not have alt text. 47 don't even have a title. As far as links, you have 41 that don't have unique link title. 21 internal unit. There's so much stuff just online that I can look at, that I'm looking at, that I can see already off the bat that you don't have right. Then we can go to page speed. So this is page speed, which we're going to run. And it's going to tell me, is your website fast on mobile or desktop? So that's another thing we do really fast. I can look at and tell you got it right or wrong. There's so many things that I've already shown you already. It's like, okay, one thing you do have right, which I like, for example, just real quick, when people come here, do I have a, number one, do you have a sticky header? This is a conversion type thing I look at. Your sticky header being, does your header up here follow you as I scroll? No, it doesn't. So when I scroll down here, I don't even know how to click find you. I don't know what phone number to call. I don't even see a menu. So what you want to have is this is be a sticky header that follows you. Is your phone number click to call? No, it is not. When I click on your socials up here, does it go open up in a new page? It does. That's great. For example, as well, this has to do with, just basics. Are you posting on socials on a daily basis? No, you are not. You need to post on social on a daily basis. There are so many things when I look at these and I give someone a whole SEO game plan. It's not just, hey, here's some technical SEO and let's fix it. Now, when we go to your mobile, we see immediately your page load, your performance, best practices, your SEO, everything is, it's crap. Agentic or your AI, all that stuff. It's just, it can be doing better. You need to be in the green. It's, all of this can be easily fixed because you're not terrible. You're not in the red, but you're not in the green. So I could easily fix this website. Let me see. I don't think this is built with WordPress. That'd be another thing I would wind up telling you. I use something called Built With, which tells me what a website is built with. So it is built on Duda. It sucks. Duda sucks. So Duda is not something I would put I will never put anything on Duda systems. You're using GoDaddy, you have an SSL, which is for security. That's good. Okay. I would convert the website over to WordPress. That's going to be another thing. You reduce your CSS. Your payloads, all types of stuff. Your image elements, you don't have alt attributes, which I already told you. You don't have titles on your images. You don't have linking on your images. There's so much crap on this site that I would fix. So now if we go down, if you will, your internal linking, like this one's just auction, store auction. Nothing is actually properly categorized underneath store. Now services, collectibles, this is not properly content structured. So those are just some of the things that we look at. Then obviously, when I say in depth, your entire page here has how many words on it? 586. It doesn't even begin to cover the depth of what's needed when you're talking about fair and toy trades. It doesn't cover when you're talking about toy store. None of this. This is literally what I would call a banner website. It's literally just to say, hey, we exist. It's not even really to do anything but to get a website up. So I would wind up doing, I would make you a game plan in which I cover all of it. Number one, you need a new website built up. And I would tell you, looking at this, you got some really cool freaking toys. I remember all this stuff, man. Gremlins, good old days, Care Bears, all this stuff. I love it. This is really cool, dude. I go to these shops here in Manila a lot and we look at them and stuff. But I would wind up telling you, it depends on how much invested interest you have in this website. Is it your personal website? You built it 8 years ago. Yeah, it needs to be rebuilt it in WordPress, and then go from there. But if I was to rebuild it, that's what I'd wind up doing. I'd rebuild it in WordPress, do the proper on page, off page. Well, proper, number one, rebuild in WordPress, do your proper keyword research, content, structure, all that first. And then we could talk about off page SEO. And off page, it'd be easy for me to rank this mainly because probably not too many vintage toy stores. We could look that up real quick. It depends. You don't always need to be vintage toy store, Denver. You don't always have to have all. See, you're already on number 2. and you're number one here. So for me, I would say probably not. You don't have literally there's nobody but 3 people that are competing in Denver for vintage toys. So you don't have to have the best SEO. You don't have to have the best everything, because you're number one, not in a competitive niche. You're in a competitive city, but not a competitive niche. Now, if I take off vintage and just do toy store, yeah, you're nowhere to be found. Literally. Here you go. You're down here with Toy Store Denver 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So think of it this way. If I did all the proper website design, proper structure, proper content, you go from 7 to like number 1 easily. At least number 2, because if you go here, you got 215 reviews. I could beat out most of these guys, because if you look at them, they ain't got proper structure, proper websites, etc. So let's go $10 Toys. Let's look at his website. Now, this is a proper website structure. Proper silo. He's not got a sticky header. There are weaknesses he has, and I can easily beat him out. You see, he has all this stuff like a shopping cart, etc. So I would redo your website based upon what's working and what's winning in your area. What's winning in your area, for example, number 2 person is $10 Toys. So reach out to me, John, again, and I will, I used to go to auctions all the time. I love auctions. They need to do SEO. They need to do proper website. They need to do proper content. For me to set up the website, proper keyword research, proper keyword research, plus the website, on page, set up correctly, all that stuff, that's $597. If I do the actual content, now that's where it's going to get expensive unless you get on the SEO plan. The content, 1 million words of content, that package is $2,000 almost. Now, if you don't do that, and let's say we went down lower, I don't think you need that many. Let's say half of that, you're still at about $1,000. Now, if you went with one of our SEO packages, I throw in the 1 million words of content, plus the website, plus the on-page technical, all that stuff for $14.97. But that's $14.97 a month. So if you guys have any questions or want to reach out to me, here's where you can reach out to me. I'll be going live again tonight, but tonight I'll be talking about my mentor, MJ Lopez. Appreciate that, John. You're going to hit me up. Maybe we can get this baby going. Sure. Yes, sir. Just hit me up. So if you ever want to reach out to me, go to Wolf Forge Digital Agency. Click on any of this, apply for Platinum Partnership, and you can get on a call with me. I rank people in 90 days or less. Most businesses fail because they're hiring SEO companies, web designers, Facebook agencies, Google Ad, and social media managers instead of hiring and owning the entire customer journey, which is what we do at Wolf Forge. You can also reach me over at facebook.com. Just go to William Jones and look me up. This is me. This is my son. If you ever want a free SEO audit, just click on my cover and book a call with us and get on a call with me. I'll gladly get on a call with you. All you got to do is book a call. Hopefully this video helped you. If you have any more questions, want an SEO audit or anything, comment on the replay and I will hit you up. I appreciate everybody who's been watching. Until next time, see you soon.